One of the biggest challenges we face in life is impatience. We want success fast. We want progress fast. We want results fast. And when we don't see a dramatic change overnight, it's so easy to feel discouraged, to feel like we're falling behind. Today's story is for anyone who has ever looked at their life and asked themselves, why am I not moving forward? Why do I feel so stuck? Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear has a power to completely change your perspective on success, hard work, and your own personal journey. In a small, quiet village, nestled among rolling green fields, lived a young girl named Allah. She was known for her kindness, her strong work ethic, and a heart full of big, beautiful dreams. But Allah carried a heavy burden, a problem that followed her everywhere she went. She was terribly impatient. She wanted success, and she wanted it right now. If she planted a seed in her garden, she'd expect to see a sprout the very next morning. If she started learning a new skill, she wanted to become a master by the end of the day. This constant need for speed made her miserable. Whenever she saw her friends or other villagers achieving their goals, a wave of frustration would wash over her. She couldn't help but compare her journey to theirs. Late at night, her mind would race with anxious thoughts. Why am I not improving? I work so hard, but what do I have to show for it? Why does my life feel so slow while everyone else is flying past me? I'm doing everything right, so why is nothing happening? These questions echoed in her mind, stealing her joy and making her feel like a failure. She felt completely and utterly stuck. One sunny afternoon, feeling more defeated than ever, Allah decided to seek out Farmer Idris. He was the oldest and wisest man in the village, a person who people said understood the rhythms of life better than anyone else. She found him tending to his fields, his face calm and weathered by years of sun and wisdom. With a heavy heart, Allah poured out her frustrations. "Uncle Idris," she said, her voice trembling slightly, "I am trying so hard. I work from sunrise to sunset, but I see no results. Everybody else is moving ahead, and I feel like I'm just standing still." Idris listened patiently, a gentle smile playing on his lips. He didn't offer any quick advice or empty platitudes. Instead, he simply said, "Come back tomorrow morning. I want to show you something important." The next day, just as the sun was beginning to warm the earth, Allah arrived at his farm. Idris greeted her and led her to a large, empty patch of land at the edge of his property. It looked barren, with nothing but soil and a few scattered weeds. He gestured towards the empty field. "Tell me, Allah, what do you see here?" Allah looked around, confused. I don't see anything, uncle. It's just an empty plot of land." Idris chuckled softly. "This is where I planted bamboo seeds," he said, his eyes twinkling. "I planted them 5 years ago." Allah was completely shocked. She stared at the empty ground, then back at Idris. "5 years ago? But there's nothing here. Not a single shoot has grown." Idris laughed, a warm, deep sound. "That's what you think, my dear. That's what everyone thinks." He leaned in closer, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "You see, Allah, bamboo is special. It's unlike any other plant. For the first 5 years after you plant a seed, absolutely nothing appears on the surface. Not a single green shoot, no leaf, no visible sign of growth whatsoever. Most people would look at this field and think it is a total waste of time and effort. They'd give up. He paused, letting his words sink in. But here's the secret, he continued. Underground, where no one can see, the bamboo is not sleeping. It is working. It is spending all of its energy growing the most complex and powerful root system you can imagine. It spreads deep and wide, creating a foundation of incredible strength. Because, Idris said, his voice rising with excitement, when that bamboo finally decides to break through the surface, it will grow 90 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Isla's eyes widened in disbelief. 90 feet in 6 weeks? But how can it grow so fast? Idris nodded, a proud smile on his face. Yes, but it can only achieve that incredible, rapid growth because it spent 5 long years patiently, silently building its foundation. The strength was already there, hidden beneath the ground, long before anyone could see it. Idris then turned and looked directly at Allah, his gaze kind and understanding. Most people quit during that 5-year phase, he said gently. They get discouraged because they can't see immediate results. They think nothing is happening. But your hard work, your daily effort, your unwavering patience, Allah, that is your root system. You are not failing. You are not standing still. You are preparing. He placed a hand on her shoulder. If your dreams are big, like a towering bamboo stalk, then your foundation must be even bigger. The work you are doing now, the skills you are learning, the challenges you are overcoming, all of it is strengthening your roots, making you ready for the day you will rise. In that moment, Allah felt something profound shift inside her. A wave of relief and understanding washed away her anxiety. She finally understood. Progress isn't always visible. Sometimes the most important growth is a growth that happens beneath the surface. From that day forward, Isla's entire approach to her life and her work changed. She stopped rushing. She stopped comparing herself to others. She embraced the process. When she sat down to work on her craft, she did it with a newfound patience and joy. She started celebrating the small steps, the tiny improvements that she once would have dismissed. She learned to trust the process, believing that her daily efforts were building something strong and beautiful, even if she couldn't see the final product yet. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, things began to change. Her skills as a craft artist grew sharper. Her designs became more intricate and beautiful. With her skills came a new, quiet confidence. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach began to appear. First, a small commission from a neighboring village. Then, a larger order from a city merchant. Soon, her reputation spread far and wide. A few years later, Allah was no longer the impatient, frustrated girl who felt left behind. She had become one of the most respected and successful craft artists in the entire region. Her work was celebrated for its quality, its beauty, and the heart she poured into every single piece. And whenever a young, aspiring artist would come to her, feeling discouraged and asking, "How did you become so good? What's your secret?" Allah would smile that same wise, gentle smile she learned from Farmer Idris. And she would say, "Be like the bamboo. Spend your time growing your roots first. Work hard, be patient, and trust that your efforts are building a strong foundation. Your time to rise will come. So, the next time you feel like you're not making progress, remember the secret of the bamboo. Not all growth is visible. In fact, the most important, Most powerful growth is often the invisible growth happening beneath the surface. Your hard work is not being wasted. Your efforts are not in vain. You are building your roots. Your time is coming, just don't quit before you break through the ground. If this story resonated with you and gave you a little bit of hope, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear this message today. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing stories. Thank you so much for watching.